The Detroit Pistons going up against the Charlotte Hornets with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. And checking out some numbers for Kevin Durant.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Durant is out there with Williams, and it's Bridges in at the small forward. And for Detroit, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Asar Thompson is out there with Holland, and it's Stewart in at the center, filling out the middle. Doors for front offices. With the season starting to wind down, what's important now?
Yeah, their focus shifts depending on the season. And right now, with the season sort of dwindling, first and foremost, the draft lottery is important. The draft will occur over the course of the summer. So talent evaluation of those all-important college kids, there is always so much to look at if you are trying to put a team together.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get...
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Holland, the pass to Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bridges outside. There's the 3. No good. For the Hornets, they come into this one following a loss to San Antonio.
I mean, a tough one. Faced some serious intensity in terms of that comeback, and they just got overwhelmed in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't stay in the game long enough to force overtime.
Now, Ball. Following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. Ball, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Stewart kicks to Ivy. Back to Stewart. From past the arc. Bridges with the board.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Pistons head coach and I did get a chance to talk. Their plan, such as it is to make Kevin Durant uncomfortable. Force him to take shots instead of giving him the ones he wants. Coach said it's obviously easier said than done, but if you let Durant get hot, forget about it. He can take over an entire game. We'll see if they can execute defensively. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Driving inside. Bridges double team. Miller, the pass to Durant. Bangs home the trifecta. KD's got 5 points so far.
One of the tough things about Kevin Durant, doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or in this situation off the catch, Durant one of the best, period.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. Taking a look at the Hornets. Right now they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And, of course, the Detroit Pistons. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham, is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor, and he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula, the great one, Kevin Durant.
Free throw drops for KD.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Now, here's Cunningham. 26 points for him last game against Philadelphia. Here's Holland, guarded by KD. Just 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. Detroit, no good that time either.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Outside, Ball. Pass to Williams. It's blocked. Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Stewart with it. Here's Ivy. He's covered by Ball. Lobbed up there for Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
I'll tell you, Kevin Durant is hyped. He knows no one can stop him if the pass is perfect.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Looking for their first basket of the game. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Let's check out some stats for Thompson. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 9 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Here's Cunningham. No scoring in this one.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent, partly because of his versatility.
Now here's Ball. Pass to KD. The rebound by Ivy.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Cunningham looking it over. Thompson a screen on Ball. Stewart in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the 76ers.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Offensive rebound. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. KD's got 12 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ivy with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Durant against Ivy. Pass to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson.
On the wing, Williams. And here's Miller. Over Ivy. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now, here's Cunningham. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Takes it off the glass. Cunningham's got his second bucket.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Ball against Cunningham. Miller. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Hornets on defense now. Stolen by Durant. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
All reads checked in for the Pistons. Russell comes in for Cade Cunningham. That's good from Durant.
What we are watching with Kevin Durant, guys, is simply greatness. This guy will go down as one of the greatest scorers the game has ever seen.
Now, here's Ivy. He's coming off a 16-point game against Philadelphia.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And the foul called on Brandon Miller. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Detroit. And then for Charlotte, Walker's checked in for Durant. Cam Whitmore comes in for Bridges. And it's Trey Mann in for Ball. Now here's Thompson. 14 points from him the last game against Philadelphia.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Well, this is a quick and decisive offensive player who's not afraid of contact. Love Tim Hardaway Jr. accepting the contact.
That free throw good from Hardaway. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Pass to Diabate. Now here is Miller. There's the screen. Now Mann. The second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
And you know, Brandon Miller may not have the experience, Doris, so far in the NBA, but boy, does he have a feel for the game.
And Kevin, that to me is something you can't teach. The ability at a young age to read situations well. He can mix his pace. He can create his own space for his shot. The game has already seemed to slow down for this young guy.
That free throw good from Miller. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
Now, here is Russell. 17 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
And one of the most versatile scorers in the league. D'Angelo will sock you from all angles.
Pass to Whitmore. Here's the screen. To the middle. Here's Diabate. Goes back up. And that one is good. And the Hornets lead by 13.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And here's Thompson. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Outside, Walker. Pass to Diabate. On the wing, Walker. He's covered by Thompson. Shot's good by Walker.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Russell kicks to Caldwell Pope. Now, here is Russell, defended by man. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's 4 turnovers out of them already. Sloppy play in the early going.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Hornets. Hornets leading by 15. Here's Whitmore. Hasn't made one yet. Double team on Nurkic. Man with it. Russell's there. It's good.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
Here's man. Misses in close. Pistons trail by 17. Caldwell Pope passes to Russell. Driving in. Here's Reed. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Whitmore with it. He's picked up by Russell. Here's man. No good from outside.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Russell. Hardaway sets a screen for Russell. 6 to shoot. For the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Diabate's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, this guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Reed misses. Charlotte leading by 15. There's the pick. Here's Whitmore. And the 3 ball is good.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now, here is Russell. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Hits the 3-point bomb.
D'Angelo Russell is not afraid to make some big-time momentum-swinging shots. Nice to see him answer back right there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Whitmore, and it's Reed pulling it down. Pistons trail by 15. Knocked away and stolen by Whitmore. Pass to man. Lets it go from deep. No good there. And Russell puts up a deep 3. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's Charlotte up by 15. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Hornets here, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit right now. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Ball feeling it out a bit. The three. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Ivy. Over Miller. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Ivy.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Now, here's Ball. He's coming off a 22-point game against San Antonio.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
The Hornets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Miller, no good on the free throw. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Clock at 4. That's tipped. Stolen by Ball. Puts up a 3. Here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And, GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Here's Cunningham following the bucket by the Hornets. Ivy finds Stewart. It's rebounded by Charlotte. KD's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Miller. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Miller's got 8 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Cunningham outside. Here's Holland. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that's a foul called on Ron Holland. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Durant. 15 points in the game. Such a wide open look. He's got 18.
The fluidity, the mechanics, the purity. KD's jumper is sweet.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
moment now to check out some of the numbers for Brandon Miller. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Left side, Ball. Bridges for 3. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA, Doris, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
And here's Miller following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Miller inside. Ivy defending. Miller, no luck. Pistons trail by 20. Ivy dishes to Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Miller, the pass to Ball. And they pick up 2. And the Hornets lead by 20.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Ivy. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the NBA again set records for attendance. Overall, arenas were filled to 98% of capacity. Commissioner Adam Silver says we're in a great position. You almost can't fit more people in our arenas. Kevin, he made it clear the area for growth is in media and especially in mobile viewing.
David, you know this, directly to the fan. I mean, my goodness, all the different ways you can consume the game, it's beautiful.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Marcus Hasler's checked in for Caldwell-Pope.
Number 25, Marcus Hasler.
Outside Durant. No good on the 3. Pistons trail by 20. Cunningham on the wing. Pass to Ivy. Here's Holland. Back to Ivy. 5 to shoot. Banked in off the glass. Ivy's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Outside, Ball. Left side, KD. Shoots over Holland. And Durant gets it to go. KD's got 20 points.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Pass to Ivy. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Miles Bridges.
And you can see that quick twitch athleticism. Ivy is likely to spend a lot of time at the line in this league.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Paul Reed comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in for Cunningham. The Hornets also changing it up. Diabate's checked in. And Jarris Walker's subbed in for Kevin Durant. Now here's Walker. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Ball. Sasser with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 19. Pass to Ivy. Thompson, a screen on Miller. Back to Sasser. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Hornets #1.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
And the Pistons making a change here. Russell's checked in. The Hornets also changing it up. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Trey Mann in for Brandon Miller.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. So Thompson will go to the free throw line. That's on Cam Whitmore. The Pistons have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Hardaway's checked in for Holland. That free throw good from Thompson. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Here comes the fun, Detroit. Hit the Pistons dancer.
Hornets leading by 16. Pass to Jeffries. Here's Shed. Charlotte moving it around. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Here's Whitmore. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Bridges. Thompson with the rebound. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Russell with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got 8 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Nurkic a screen on Russell. Drives to the hoop. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. And the Hornets lead by 15.
Forget about Nurkic not minding contact. This guy invites contact.
To the inside. Russell dishes to Thompson. That one no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Here's Nurkic. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Russell. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. 10 points for him.
Sometimes that mid-range has got to be in play. It will help unlock the three-point game. Boy, D'Angelo Russell, a 3-level scorer.
Now, here's Bridges. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Here is Jeffries. It's a 13-point game. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Russell kicks to Hardaway. Back to Russell. Pass to Hardaway. From down in the low post, it goes.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Reed against Bridges. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Doris, there's no question Miles Bridges is a talented scorer out on the wing.
You are exactly right, Kevin. This is a young man capable of putting up 20 points per game on a nightly basis. Now I want to see Bridges take strides as a defender. He has to show more commitment on that end of the floor.
First free throw is good.
Guys, what we've come to learn about Miles Bridges is this guy is a force on the offensive end. Whether he's inside or outside, you know he's going to be aggressive trying to put the ball in the basket.
Both free throws good from Bridges. Pistons trail by 15. Pass to Sasser. A nice shot by Reed.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here is Jeffries. Nurkic with it. Whitmore with it. He's covered by Sasser. Here is Jeffries. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint. Here's Reed. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And the first one drops.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Here's Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Man can't hit. Pistons trail by 12. Pass to Sasser. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
Thompson, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Ball's checked in for Whitmore. And he can't hit the second.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Right side, Ball. Walker with the screen for Ball. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Checking out the numbers for Ball. His last 10 games have been exceptional, getting around 24 points per, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. 51 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Left side, Ball. And the layup's good off the glass. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, that's just a smart move by LaMelo Ball. Uses the screen to shake the defender. That's nice.
Over in the corner, Sasser. Ring shot on the way. Pistons passing it around.
Second personal foul.
Pistons have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
At the line for your Pistons. Reed.
Shoot.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Reed. And the Pistons making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. And both free throws good for Reed. Charlotte leading by 10.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Here's Ball. Here's Diabate. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
The Hornets have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Shooting 1.
5 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's Ball with the 3. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the Horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Hornets lead by 16. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. KD, you're running and gunning out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined, and they do all the details, and we just wanted to play harder, man. And I think we got some steals, got some fast break points, and we're playing together, everybody touching the ball. It's just fun when we play like that, so we got to continue to do that.
KD, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome to halftime, and guys, so far the game has belonged to Kevin Durant.
Well, Durant just taking charge, kept that defense off balance in the first half. I know he's got more tricks up his sleeve.
Without doubt, Shaq, hard to stop a guy who excels at every type of shot.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which rookie might take even another step and separate himself from the pack. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we